Hello, my name is Michael Shea, and today we'll be talking about Douglas Adams' The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So, like, off the rip, this looks like a comedical science fiction novel filled with a million different bizarre situations, right? If you look a little bit closer, Adams uses many different elements throughout, or many different elements created by the situations, or the people that he meets to explore a much deeper theme. I talked about this in my essay. So the main theme is like how the absurdity of life in the universe it's meaningless to try and solve it, right? Like there's no point. So in order to convey this, Adams uses humor, surrealism, lack of clear answers to challenge the traditional quest for meaning that you usually see in stories. So I'll give you a summary first. So the story begins with Arthur Dent, average British man. He's in for a very, very rough day, right? His house is about to get demolished to make room for a bypass for the highway, right? And there's nothing he can do about it. And before he even processes this, he finds out from Alien Prefect, an alien researcher for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I know it's technically the book, but it's like a thing inside of the book too. I hope you've read it, or this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But so he learns from Ford Prefect that his Earth, his whole planet is about to get destroyed for hyperspace bypass. So basically, just galactic highway. And then from there, Ford Prefect saves him and brings him on many journeys. There's multiple books in the series. It isn't just this one, but it goes on for a while, right? So not one of the first, it's actually near the end of the book, but one of the biggest things, I talked about this in my essay, is the number 42. So the first example of this comes from Deep Thought, which is a supercomputer that's used to determine anything you could need to know. Okay, so the Deep Thought, this supercomputer, has been pondering the question of the life, the universe, and everything. And after 7.5 million years, Deep Thought reveals the answer is 42. Now, obviously reading this, you're like, what is this guy talking about, right? On the surface, just absurd, as usual for this book. It's random and meaningless, but that's the point. It's a literary element just used to illustrate that not everything needs an answer, and sometimes how you're looking for an answer isn't the point of the question, if that makes sense. So it's it's using chaos and the randomness of existence to tell the reader that there's no point searching for every single thought. You just embrace the randomness of life. Nothing is going to go how you expect it to go, and there's not always an answer. The second piece of evidence I like to use, I know it's not traditional evidence. Technically, it's not actually in the book. It's on the book. So if you see right here, it's probably backwards for you. There's a little "Don't Panic" sticker. And this sounds kind of stupid to use as evidence. You're going to be thinking man, this guy's looking for anything. He's never read the book. But I've read the book multiple times. I love the book. Like I said, it's one of the classics I read. So, or one of the things my dad says is a classic. I don't know if this counts. But, so that little sticker, "Don't Panic," it seems like a joke, but how do I describe it? It's much more than that. It's it suggests that like you can't predict or always deal with the randomness and absurdity of really any situation you're put into. So there's no good way to deal with any situation except for to remain calm and think about it, not logically, but stay calm, right? Not everything has to be logical, but stay calm even in the face of absurdity. In the face of absurdity, it's a form of acceptance. Acknowledging that everything doesn't always work according to logic is like very crucial in life, not just like for the theme of this book, but life in general. And there's not always anything you can do other than to move forward and make the best of it, right? Like, I don't know. I've had a few personal examples. I won't go into that. That's a long story. But in conclusion, right, like what does this all mean? Douglas Adams isn't like, it's his own spin on the traditional quest for like the answer to whatever, the life, the universe, everything, right? He's showing this like searching for meaning in something that isn't based in logic is meaningless. Like there's no point in searching for like answers, especially this isn't actually part of like my little script that I have, but like looking for the answers to something. This is also part of the book, is like you have to know what question you're asking. Like the answer to the universe could be a million different things. The answer is 42, right? Well, what was the question you were asking? Do you know what it means? Like, sorry, I'm getting off topic and it's way too long now. But yeah, like in all, the best way to, what Douglas is trying to say through his literary elements is that the best way to get through life and to navigate chaos is to just laugh and keep going, with your towel, if you get that one. But yeah, thank you to all my loyal followers. 0. See you guys sometime. I don't know if I have to do this again for a final or something. We'll find out.